We got the magazine rack, also the sci-fi and fiction. We got the drama, as in the Buffalo's, the Wind Rider, the Zen Diaphragm, and the Sorry for Lose voices, and also the Generation Ray by Pickus Lore, The Winter Folk by Jenna Kobe, The True Love and Lies of RESTATEMENT by Sabina Kane, This Shattered World, The Midnight Dance, Then Came Back, The Nine, Everything Must Go, Jenny Fran Davis, No One Here Is Lonely, and Losers Bracket, Speak of Me as I Am, and To Kill to a Kingdom, and also the PC Cast Wind Rider and the Bells. And sounds like some individuals situated, and this is one would be good. Immoral Region by Morgan Rhodes. You Are Everything. And this is the true history of Len B. Hawkins. And maybe, and also the Hawthorne, Kisabri of Nexus, That's a Dude, and Pretty Boy Must Die, and Witches, Vacuum Cleaner, Terry Usick, all the prostitutes in Spokane watches after you. And the Chicken Nest Club. This will be, of course, the SAT ASVAB, and also the SAT equivalent test, which is 2,400 points percentile. Every time you take the test, it's recorded on the database and Facebook, YouTube. So when you take a 2,400 scores test and you go in front of the public and let them know that you took a 24-hour test, is that deliberation on CNN or CPN and 180 app reflects on the news racks, on the services that they can provide for all academics awards, especially when you do a blood and hair follicle and you play no games, literally, because you don't have no connections with any services out of it. As you say, Mr. Donald Trump, don't say you have no connections, no string attached, because Felix Barela free. You call that guy a PUSSY? Sure. This is Ann Perry. Louise Penny. Now, Louise Penny's been in the area for generations to come, since Abraham Lincoln's been in process, and she's been getting her hands in cahoots and everything. And that Penny stretched out, and she considered being a field officer in the United States Air Force, and she carried on to a situation where she carried on her scholarship programs that moved into a senator that she wouldn't be thinking she'd be wearing in a desk job position, making her first debut in an accounting office at, of course, the processing senator's office, upstairs and downstairs. And the CD just dropped on the shelf here. And we have a ghost here in the library. And this one's called a common. This is a self-partners children family community. This one fell on the ground here. This one there's a ghost in here. Little children at that age run the streets of the library here at Othello. Has a commonly vault in the back, which is a mysterious vibration of ghosts that exist. There's thousands of stories about this button they push to Vista Utility. Heart of Sea by Mental Privilege. The 12 Strong by Doug Stanton. Also, this is the bestseller location, and also nonfiction, which is all true, symbolic, individual stories, never ending. This is the new fiction. We have Savage News and also The Man of the Year and also The Possession by Michael Redford and Swallows of Matt Goldman. The Swallows is like the Golden Sacks, the ever-getting into the black hole of the abyss. The Outlaw Ocean, Journey Across the Lost Untamed Frontier by Evan Murray, audience of the one, and also the first of Evan Thomas. This is not new nonfiction. This is all common. This is all drama. This is anything in fiction or clever writing that you probably pick up. If you have no time, you jump in the car and you come over here and pick it up, and you only have 5-6 minutes. This is the rack to pick from. Any book you pick up, you make a topic out of it, and you can make it ASS of your professor, because the 240 score, and you only take it a couple times, and it's recorded. It's on YouTube, Facebook, 180 apps. 2,400 score is not bad. That's triple of what they got in their brain. Say they speak speech, their impediment, their foreign tongue, their medical professors, their surgeons, surgical floor, the railroad, the billionaire sector. I mean, upon millions of baffling fools, they have education. You can get it for $1 for $71 trillion that's in my account. And they do it. You can get education for 5 cents from Harvard. Especially Chinese grandmother from Holland, 24 Hour Fitness, making fun of all of them. She's only 20 years old. She's very old. Very wise old lady. Very impressive. Her husband takes people's heads off for a living. Literally. You might have seen the cigar with them. They talk. Now, Brand Way and Why Seduce, and this is a section for comical and also romantic, and this is evolves and the existence of prostifications and metaphors, predicates, pronouns, adages, adverbs, and systematics, where you can do a brush up, as you would say, a black list and a wish list they got on books, ebooks, and also requests on the Microsoft, which is updated on order forms for request. This is the area. This is Libby. This is the Libby section. Now, the Columbia has a catalog website access on the windows on these window bases, which is 3 locations, and the reservation for the Davenport Hostel Historic Suite, President Suite, it's right here. All right here at your fingertips. Now the historic in Davenport, that's approximately all gold, all diamonds, real diamonds and real gold, but the situation is all gold at that motel. And they do have Debbie McCover, Debbie McCaver, and also Lassifone, Sterry Night, and also the Suite Tomorrows, and Debbie Moore's one. And Debbie Moore, as the Navy SEAL, the Navy SEAL Ms. Debbie Moore has a pet peeve on circumstances for, of course, and she feels responsible, and she's been building the Weird Science Project, and that's Brooks, Miss Brooks, and she's on defeat. She has a title belt with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Mr. Robertson and Mrs. Melissa McKnight for the United States of America, placed 3rd place with all their increments of breaking world records, and that's me, Louis Bro, lifting weights with the individual. he's having a divorce and a dealing situation, throwing the weights around. Literally throwing the squat around, getting the dumbbell set, and that's Joe Robinson, because his wife has going through a divorce, and he's dealing with all that. Of course, that's his daughters and children out there that are throwing feces on him because they're going through a divorce, and their mother and daughter and children are saying she's cheating on his wife, and he's throwing everything through the windows because it's his and he owns it. But that's Arnold Schwarzenegger too. This section is symbolic. They have a feeds festival with the Black Wolf Boston, but this is his historic area where this is probably most sophisticated individual approximation of poems, has-beens, and metaphors, and also the systems that we deal with critical writing you could probably get on this shelf. They have words of radiance, ciphers, and this is hi-fi horror and for John Cooney and John Coons and Kings right behind it. And this is the Walking Dead, Season of the Sacrifice, and the Luckiest Girl. And this is the Coon section. This is just the historic at the Ritzville Library, and of course, Adams County. Now, this is the Barela section. We have the Dam Busters. Of course, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Lola Hernandez, anything in Lola Hernandez, anything in Abraham Lincoln and George Washington, and also the Fallen and the Risen is in the Barela section, as you can see. You got the kill at everything of the moods, and of course, American Log, and Cutler, the State of War. And don't forget, through the eyes of the Indian, untold story of Native American people. Symbolic story that was probably true nonfiction, and then they have the Civil War. All these books are laying down just like that CD, DVD. We have a ghost in here. Moo God just says there's a ghost in here. The ghost comes from Cimaron 590 to the highway 2617 cents acres and then back into the library here. Here it is, 1787. David E. Stewart, as in Stewart title, as in Day Blue, Cordon Day Blue. You can see on my chest, it says 1787, David E. Stewart, men's who's intended the Constitution. They have Mrs. and Mrs. Foreigner exchanging with Mr. Eric Swan, the UN exposed, the Clock and Pole, and also Jelly Old Girls. And don't forget the American Enterprise and the political energy Northwest with the housing boom, and Mr. Unshakable and the services they have here available. And this is the Church of Awakening. Has the monologue of LDS, church, Christians, and Muslims, and also prophesizing of crucifixion of Jesus Christ Almighty, taking his mark, and also the rock and moving in heaven, moved again 7 days he rose. These chapters is 118. Oh, here's Bruce Lee, and here's Chuck Norris. He stabbed this individual. He's going to be sincere in serious time. This is Chuck Norris, and he's admitting about Brandon Lee and Felix Barela here, confronting Miss Bruce Lee and Bruce Lee and services that the 20,000 guys he fought at one time and walked out at Cal Poly University at Wasco, California, San Luis Obispo, California. Bruce Lee is a coward. Served his ASS to him and served the food to his mouth as it again. This is Debbie McCumber and Frozen available. And it's edible. And this dinner Debbie McCumber. Now this is on the shelf alive. If you want the real truth, it's none but the truth. This is Basin City, Bend City, Bumba, Cornell, Colotus, Kuwait, Kenny. Remember this, 14 on South Union, Kennewick, J. Mueller, and Felix Barela driving around J. Mueller. Lucky. Let's open the mausoleum and the niches. It says solder. Let's take the niches off. Let's open the body and look at the cremation, the murals, and pull it out. Investigate it and tell me when you're done. Now, this is a random walk down Wall Street. Burton G. Martin. This is Cimaron 5 right across the street, which is the deliberations and foundations in the book, and the lumber, and also the lumbering situation. That's Verizon 100, and it's Wall Street, which is Verizon. Cimaron 5, I see big fire restaurant. This is Burton G. Markle. Markle has been in service for Burton G. Markle. He's been in service for a long time. He's intel investigation on pursuits on the process, but there's no secret. The Social Security office has been moved to 3 different locations. Reason why I know this, I lived there, own it, and processed and dealt with it, and deal with their BS to the society here today. The book note is October 12th, 26th, 9th, and 23rd, 12 to 2. Preschool hours, Debbie and Comer, as we can see, it's on there. It's online. We got Lion King, Toy Story, and Dora. Lost City with Gold, and this is the live DVD, Science Behind. She's be coming in, carrying Logan, community science representative, 150 gallons of legacy nuclear waste, November 12, 2019. And Hobbs, Shaw, John Third the Wick, Spider-Man, and this is coming DVD. Mid-Columbia Library, 101. East Main Street, Washington.